Hello, my name is Torres. I am from Chile, and today specifically come to speak to you that the lives of you and your families can be greatly benefited by making the decision to get vaccinated against COVID-19. This is an issue that has been very present during the pandemic because there are many people who are in favor of not using this vaccine. But when it comes to our lives and thus of our loved ones, we are getting into a delicate matter. There are many concerns, insecurities, and theories that have arisen with the onset and development of the pandemic that we are currently facing globally. Some of them are that this is a biological attack, a business for pharmacies, that everything is part of a plant. But what has sounded strongly in the world and social networks is that the vaccines created to reduce the incidence or intensity of this disease are not beneficial to our health. That when we are vaccinated, we are being inoculated with other disease. That in reality, we are being implanted with a chip in order to control the population, because the world level of life expectancy has been in a constant growing. All these ideas or theories use weak and unverifiable foundations. Different sources, insisting on social media, promote that these vaccines are not used. That is why a guide is necessary so that you can make the best decision, which is to get vaccinated, because many people have already made the decision not to do it for fear of these rumors, and this is detrimental for the current health situation. We already know the extent of the complication of the SARS-CoV-2 virus, that they can be lethal, and that the vaccine against this can help us to develop simple symptoms of this disease or to be asymptomatic. If you don't get vaccinated, you run the risk of producing the most serious situation of the disease. And it is not only me who promotes vaccination against COVID-19. It is government, states, Minister of Health, and even the First Presidency of the Church of Jesus Christ encourages to protect ourselves from this disease through immunization. In February of this year, all members of the First Presidency and several members of the Quorum of the 12 were vaccinated. Following this, the Church declared and urged members, as appropriate opportunities are presented to you and after physician approval, be good citizens of the world and help quell the pandemic by protecting yourself and others through immunization. Vaccination is a paid service, and not all countries are using this prevention measure. But I assure to you that the time will come when you will have to decide whether to get vaccinated or not, whether to be more prepared to deal with this virus in case of acquiring it or not being prepared. One of the questions that I try to overturn this initiative is if approving a vaccine for public use can take years or even decades, how is it possible that a vaccine has been created so quickly in response to this virus, SARS-CoV-2? And foundations are given, such as the case of yellow fever at the end of 19th century, which after 11 years and several attempts, the first safe and effective vaccine was created that has since become the universal standard. Well, the answer is very simple. This is a pandemic. Many organizations worldwide, laboratories and universities focus and are still focusing great efforts and research for the production of an effective vaccine. Let's add to this all the technological advances that exist so far, which keep us in a position of real advantage compared to past times. Vaccines, administered by competent medical professionals, protect health and preserve life. Devastating untransmissible diseases such as smallpox, typhoid were eradicated from many countries through the use of vaccines. In Chile, in 2011, there was an anti-vaccination movement that promoted that these were negative for health, and as a result, there were isolated outbreaks of typhus in the country. So, through all this data, we can realize that these movements have always been there. But the efforts don't lead to good results. On the contrary, regrettable results are obtained. Experience teaches us that vaccines are highly effective in controlling endemics and pandemics. By using them, we are taking care of ourselves, our family, and our society. Vaccines against COVID are a hope in controlling the virus. Be wary of organized movements that don't have sustainability. When you have the opportunity to get vaccinated, do so, and you will be contributing to the control of this invisible enemy. By making that determination, you will have less chance of getting sick, avoiding possible hospitalizations and possible death. I recommend that you consult with a competent medical professional regarding your personal needs and circumstances. A simple decision like getting vaccinated can change your future, that of your family, or an entire society. Please get vaccinated.